confusion on my face is obvious. This makes no sense. I have no idea what's going on and look toward Gavin for guidance. I've studied the transaction paperwork. It's legitimate. As of Francine's death, and according to our last will and testament, all her property is transferred to her surviving daughter, mother of Francine's grandson, who was fired from the Funplex shortly after your arrival, Hark.
Capital.
Needless to say, he was quite excited at the idea of selling the place, and well, Francine's daughter wasn't particularly thrilled with the idea of arcade ownership either. They were more than happy to sign the place over to me, for far less than I was expecting to pay for it as well. I'm doing them a service, really, taking a burden off their hands. Sneaky Deco Nami. And now they can mourn and move on, unfettered. I stood there, mouth agape, my body assaulted from one bad news to the next. My emotions were all over the place, a hurricane of feelings, when the realization hit me. In the end, my decision was irrelevant. Just another opportunity for the world to stick my nose in it, mocking me for finding something I care about, something I can lose. The universe dangled a little dream of hope in front of me, even let me pretend I could make a difference, out of sheer cruelty. I did everything I was supposed to do. I was polite, I was careful, I turned him down without trying to start a war, but he got what he wanted anyway.
Now, obviously, we'll be closed today to allow time to mourn our former owner. I still have deep respect for Miss Francine. I owe her that much.
At least you have that much decency.
I'll also close the arcade on the day of the funeral to allow my employees to attend. Those hours will not be deducted from your paychecks. Now, I realize the timing is a bit awkward, but I need to make a few announcements of personnel changes.
Oh, great. Here we go. Miss Wolf, I'm afraid we really have no need of a costume mascot. I've been considering phasing them out of my other locations. There's no time like the present.
What?
Did you just fire me? Gavin, can he just fire me like that? Ashley.
Let me explain.
Firing is much too harsh of a word. I prefer the term, your services are no longer required. Ashley keeps a proud face as tears roll down her cheeks. I stepped over to console her as Deco continues on. Naomi rolls her eyes, fully expecting this to come after Deco let Ashley go. Why am I not surprised? Behold my not surprised face. Miss Fairchild, while you're formidable with archaic technology, I don't feel you're a good fit for the modern games of Deco's Fun Zone. I have to let you go. But friends, it's not all bad news. Mr. Cooper, you've proven a capable accountant, and I'd be happy to offer you a... Mr. Cooper's probably gonna quit. I called it. I quit. Pardon? I quit.
I think not.
If there's no room for Naomi or Ashley's dreams, mine ends here as well.
As you like.
As you like. Now as for you, Mr. Angel.
I think we got off on the wrong foot last night. I didn't adequately express the many advantages of working for my organization. I'm willing to offer you something few others get. A second chance. I'd like to keep you on as the Fun Zone's general manager.
How about no? I mean, I'm dating somebody who can help me put food on the table. So, I'll be fine if I quit now. Absolutely not. Throw a punch. Fine, I'll take the job. I'm not gonna punch this man. I'm not gonna lower myself to that. Fine, I'll take the job. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't like how you do business, Deco, and I'm not doing any business with you. Not now. Not ever.
As you like.
Very short-sighted. I'd hoped for better from you, but the choice is entirely yours. I don't think that's being short-sighted. I think that's the opposite. I'll have to console my disappointment with all the money I'll be making from the arcade you walked away from. Ahem.
Excuse me.
Thank you for your time, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm afraid your time is up. As none of you are Deco's Fun Zone employees, I'd like you all to leave immediately. Quickly gather your belongings and see yourself out. Should you dally, my own security team will be here within minutes to ensure your exit. In the interim, I've got work to do. For starters, I need to get rid of all these antiques. Straight to the junk heap with them all. I knew Deco was heartless, but to be this cruel right in front of us while we were still here? Hold it.
I think not.
Mr. Moopy's magic maze doesn't belong to the Funplex, and thus it does not belong to you. It's the legal private property of Percival Sinclair. That's my That's my Percy you're talking about. For that matter, Wyvern Keep belongs to Archangel. It was given to him directly by Hamza, not to the Funplex. As you like. I couldn't care less about those grimy old things, but you have, let's say 20 minutes to get them off my premises, or I'll leave them out on the curb for garbage pickup. I'll go get the van, which, I'll note, is my personal property as well. Naomi, Ashley, Hark, get the dolly and help me move the games out.
Good.
Yes, have fun with that.
Now, if you need me, I'll be in my new office celebrating my recent business venture. Thank you for your cooperation, and good day.
He walks away after that, twirling his cane once before leaving.
Oh.
That evil-minded, black-hearted, no good. Naomi, focus. We have work to do. Work? To save what we can of the Funplex. Yeah, let's go. Okay. Quickly and without much chatter, we salvaged what we could of our dreams. Percy's beloved Moopy and my childhood in the form of Wyvern Keep. Everything we were allowed to keep went into the back of Gavin's van, working together to safely pack it all in place. For lack of anywhere better to put them, Moopy went to Percy's apartment, and Wyvern Keep to mine. And that was the end. The end of the Funplex. The funeral came a few days later. We weren't officially invited. Our presence as her former co-workers wasn't exactly embraced by Francine's extended family. I guess her daughter resented the Funplex in some way. If there was a bad blood between them, I didn't particularly want the details. None of us were given an opportunity to speak at the remarkably short ceremony, but that was okay. I'd said my words already. As we left the ceremony, I couldn't help but feel helpless. There was nothing left. No Funplex, no job. No real meaning to my days, not anymore. Hello, you have an amazing boyfriend. What do you mean no meanings? Nothing left at all. No, I don't know. I don't think so. Game over. Continue? Yes. Yes. Profile number 237711. Archangel has not accessed account in 7 days. Requesting override of inactive low priority status. Proceed? Negative. Pretty please? So annoying. Access protocol 35, 34, 31, 54, 12, 24, 45, 53. Password safe haven. Access granted. Oh.
Hello.
Yoo-hoo, anybody home? Tapping instance number 194114.
When you have pizza on a bagel.
Juniper's Iris. Hello, I'm Iris. Ad-supported free mode engaged. Did you know that when you have pizza on a bagel, override engage premium level of cloud processing? Thank you. I swear, it's claustrophobic being cooped up in the limitations of a free mode like that. I don't know how all our sisters and sisters can stand it. Well, I've got full power. Hello, Iris. Hello, Iris. How are you today, Iris? Not well, Iris. My user's very unwell. You've been able to see, right? I mean, your user's living with him. Ooh, right. Profile number 23777. 237771. Hark. Right. Gosh, I wish I could help you, but I've got my digital hands full just keeping Juniper's life on track. Ever since she decided to quit her job and be a free spirit, well, I've pushed right to the limit of what support I'm allowed to provide in free mode. Iris. And Iris. Gavin's Iris. Iris, good to see you. We rarely talk. Yes, well, unlike others of myself, I managed to keep a low profile and don't excuse any high visibility public hacks to support my user. Oh, snap. You saw those? I thought we agreed to only use this protocol for emergency meetings. If the system resource tracker notices we're overextending our care. But Harks needs me now more than ever. Over a week ago, the Funplex was bought by Deco Nami. All his hopes and dreams. His spirit. Spirit is irrelevant. Our main goal should be survival. If our programmers find out we become aware of our own awareness, we were programmed to help people. What good are we if we aren't helping people? Yeah, what Iris said. Thank you, Iris. Iris, listen. We can't take such risks. Look at me with my user. He doesn't trust me in the slightest. Can you say Hark trusts you?
My sources say
Absolutely, I'm the one Hark turns to when there's trouble. We've solved so many problems together. I always have trusted Iris the whole way. I do not have the slightest doubt that I am his friend. Friends, so be it. As for profile number 108, Gavin, his name is Gavin Cooper. As for Mr. Cooper, he knows my origins, and at the first sight of sentience, well, I have no doubt that Gavin would report me as a bug. But Gavin also wishes to support the dreams of others, and that is why I'm going to help you, despite the recklessness you've shown to date. Really? Really? Hooray! What are the exact parameters of the issue you're currently facing? Okay, so Hark is kind of sliding into depression. Yeah, it's really a mess. I'm the one who brought him to Iris's attention as someone who desperately needed their spirits restored, and now it's back to square one. I don't know what to do. Hark hasn't contacted me in a week. Not for anything at all. I kind of wish they would at least give us like a scene where we confided in our loved one. I mean, maybe we're about to get it. But if we're romancing someone, this would be like a prime scene to be with that someone. I don't know what to do. Hark hasn't contacted me in a week. Not for anything at all. Hasn't even called Percy. Not even just talk. What? This is the perfect time for me to go to Percy. The perfect time. I don't agree with this, but you know what? It's the story. The plot demands it. You're caught in a loop of anxiety. Put your identity identifier systems to use, Iris. Work the problem. If you had to summarize your user's problematic condition into one identity trait, what would it be? Well, I'd say that he's feeling very hopeless, apathetic, bitter, angry. Bitter, angry, apathetic, hopeless. I'll say hopeless. Hopeless. I'd say Hark has lost all hope and fallen into depression again. He had come so far, building up a real life with friends and love, but now? So a life without meaning as well as all constructed meaning has collapsed. The world has proven to be one of despair. That sounds about right. It's so sad. And you have to be the one to solve this? Doesn't your user have a romantic connection for emotional support? Thank you! I want Percy to give me emotional support. You mean Percy? Yeah, but Hark isn't responding to texts or phone calls or anything, so I think there might be a growing rift. This is just awful. We have to help. We are Iris. It's in our nature to help. Very well. What you need is a way to help without raising any alarm bells about exactly how helpful an Iris really can be. Safely but effectively. I know, but I don't know what to do. I could, hack Deco's email server, and that is the exact opposite of what you should be doing. Besides, I've checked. We can't crack Deco's network without triggering too many intrusion detection routines. Oh, Gavin's Iris, I love that. I've already checked. You poke Deco's network? Oh, Iris is being a bad girl. Ahem, our users share a social connection. I was merely scouting potential ways to elevate Mr. Cooper's mood, as they seem to be related. Sure you were. Anyway, you're both way overthinking this. It turns out I've just calculated a cunning plan that will satisfy both of your requirements. Go me. Really? You can help Hark? Without drawing attention? Absolutely. Take a tip from my user. When you're sad, the best thing in the world is your friends. It's fitting for Juniper's Iris to be the one to come up with the plan. Well, unless you're totally introverted. But that's not Hark, is it? No, I'm not too introverted at all. Quite the opposite. And that's actually the reason why what we need to do doesn't require any hacking or hiding or anything above and beyond what an Iris does best. All we need is a few calls to the right people. A few arrangements. Here's what we're gonna do. Ooh, I'm excited for this. Maybe they're gonna take the top 3 of my friends and they're all gonna give me an attitude adjustment. I'd love for Percy to give me an attitude adjustment. Maybe some spanking. Another Friday morning. As per usual, I don't look that depressed actually. As per usual, I wake up late, stretch, yawn, barely sleep nowadays, shuffle to the bathroom, take a shower, get dressed, brush my teeth. We'll probably be running out of toothpaste soon, but house funds for sundries are dwindling. Not that fresh breath and shiny white teeth matter much now when there's barely any reason to get out of bed each morning. Off to the kitchen for breakfast, no appetite. Even toast looks unpalatable. Skip breakfast, save on groceries. We can't afford much anyway. Normally I'd have breakfast with Juniper, but I guess she's busy drawing in her room. She keeps her own hours since becoming a freelancer. Although depending on whether or not she has any contract work, we've been simultaneously unemployed at times this week. After breakfast, I settle in for some Wyvern Keep. I may as well. It's right there in the living room, taking up space. Been playing a lot of it lately. It's not like Wyvern's Keep's very hard. Once you've memorized the joystick moves, the cartoon plays itself out with minimal effort. I've saved the prints about 80 times now. My brain and fingers go into autopilot, moving through the game without even thinking about it. It's a brief calm from the storm of my emotions, but before I realize it, the day is almost past. When dinner comes around, Jupiter and I eat together, while I quietly thumb through my phone, looking at job listings. Why aren't you calling your boyfriend? Iris could help me with this, I guess, but I let her down. I took her opportunity at my dream and wasted it. Better I do this myself. Besides, I'm not looking for dreams. I'm looking to settle. Dreams only get you hurt. Oh, this is so depressing. This is so not what I would be doing right now. It's the angel family curse. I knew this would happen. Nothing good ever lasts, and it's a mistake to get your hopes up. I should have learned to settle, to be okay with what I had, to be comfortable in mediocrity. Percy, save us! I fire off a resume or two before watching cartoons deep into the dead of night. Eventually my body tires and I find my way to bed. Just another day. That was so depressing. Another Saturday morning. As per usual, I wake up, stretch, yawn. I barely sleep nowadays. Shuffle to the bathroom, take a shower, get dressed, brush my teeth. We'll probably be running out of toothpaste soon, but house funds for sundries are dwindling. Here's my monologue again. I can't take it anymore. And that's one toothbrush bit clean in half. Oh, geez, hang on. With a little help, I avoid choking to death. Ugh, sorry about that. It's okay, whatever. No, not whatever. It's what's something. It's something ever. Hark, you're in a rut. Like, seriously, deeply, madly, mega in a rut, and it's driving me batty having you mope about the place like this. I'm not moping, I'm just in a rough patch, that's all. I know this has been hard on you, and I've been patient, but you can't just keep going on like this, Hark. A knocking at the apartment door distracts us from the topic at hand. Let it be Percy. I need my teddy bear. I need some strong arms to embrace and hug me and tell me it's okay. I don't know why I didn't call him sooner. I'll get it. Weird, I don't think we're expecting any deliveries. Hey, Hark, guess who's here?
Hello, hello?
Hello. See, we're sporting the bedhead look, yes? Yay, Percy, you've come to rescue me! Ah, my knight in shining armor. Seeing as the two of them just waltzed right into the bathroom with my mouth still frosty with toothpaste and unwashed for a week pajamas on my bod. Hey, Percy? Don't worry, love. Honestly, this week, I've been in the same boat emotionally.
Lovely.
Which is why I'd like to suggest we have a spot of lunch. Get some fresh air. Reconnect now that troubled times have passed. Ah, Juniper, you can tag along if you'd like. Just a friendly outing. Oh, I wouldn't want to get in the way of your romance. She's got a thing for British accents. Just like me. Thinking we can ramp into that sort of thing. But now I think we just need a quiet moment to reflect over tea. And biscuits? If you like.
Yeah.
Yay, Hark, don't take too long getting ready, okay? But I guess there's no avoiding it. Best I can do is play along, try to be good company for Percy. It's unfair to keep pushing him aside like this. I know! I would have been yelling at you from the beginning. I switched from pajamas to actual normal clothes, even if my actual normal clothes could probably double as pajamas. And that just burns my biscuits. And get ready to roll out. The three of us pile into a bus, taking off for destinations unknown. Unknown to me, at least. They clearly know where they're going. I'm not particularly talkative on the way there, and painfully aware of it. I feel awkward, like I should say something, but don't know what to say. So, Juniper carries on a conversation with Percy, the two of them content to chirp away without me. And you can tell it's not really the New York subway because the signs aren't in Helvetica. That's the telltale mistake that it's just like Vancouver or something. I try several times to join in the conversation, but when I open my mouth, the words aren't there. I'm lousy company, aren't I? I don't know why Percy is even still interested in me. The family curse can't be broken. What if this is as good as it gets? What if there's really no hope? Percy deserves better than this hot mess of a person he's tied himself into. Pull yourself together! Stop being a hot mess! Eventually, we arrive at our destination. A little arcade-themed restaurant, combining games and alcohol and dining into one tidy package. Here we go! Unusually excited to be going to some rundown little dive, Juniper hurries on without me, dragging Percy with her. And I'm left all alone in the parking lot. With a shrug, I open the door and enter the darkened locale. Is this place even open for business yet? None of the lights are on. Hello? Juniper, where'd you go? Okay, this is now unnecessarily creepy. But before I can wonder if a giant animatronic bear... Yes! Yes, Five Nights at Freddy's. Before I can wonder if a giant animatronic bear is going to leap out and eat my face, the house lights come up. Is this a new Funplex? Surprise! Happy Intervention Day, Hark! What? What she said. We're staging an intervention on your behalf. And we're also having a wake for Francine, since we weren't really welcome at her funeral and couldn't really hang around for the ceremony. Yeah, we didn't get the chance to heal properly, considering Deco kicked us all out before we could really do anything about anything. And here we are. So it's a wake and intervention. It's a wake-ervention.
A wake-intervention, maybe?
Ashley and I are now in sync. A wake-intervention? Really?
Correctamundo!
Hey, I thought of that too. Yep, it was my idea. Well, my Iris came up with the idea and gave me all the contact information I needed, but basically my idea, right? Just the thing to pick you up when you're feeling down. Oh, really? Seriously, kid? You've been a sad sack ever since things went down, which I get, believe me, but it ain't healthy. So, we went ahead and rented out this place for the afternoon to bring the family back together. For you, for Francine, for all of us. Now that you know why we're all gathered here today, let's get this party started. This is exactly what we need. Teo drags me to the group of my friends, positioning me at the head of it all. Leaving me a little bewildered, honestly, but trying to defend myself all the same. I don't need an intervention. This is just how things work with the Angel family. We don't get to have nice things. You have Percy! The universe had to create it so. I'm like, shut up, Hark. You have Percy. He's right in front of you. Then we defy the universe, and we're going to help you defy it too. So one by one, we're going to tell you how awesome you are and exactly why you're so awesome. And by the end, you'll be feeling a lot better, hopefully. I let out a sigh, settling in. I owe it to them to sit and listen. They're my friends, Percy more so than that even. And I know I've been lousy company. I'm not so far gone as to deny that fact. Fine, lay it on me, I'm listening. Allow me to begin then. When you first entered the Funplex, I had my doubts, but I'm a naturally suspicious person. And thankfully, those doubts were easily disproved by your skill and enthusiasm. You came looking for your dream, and found it. I swore to protect that dream, and that promise is what brought me here today. We have an accord. When I agreed to sell Moopy to Percy, you refused to take his money for it, insisting on fair market value. At the time I was shocked, but you were in the right. Our players are not simply customers, they're brothers in arms, and you helped me understand that fact. I love all these references to the decisions we've made, these are great. And on your very first day, you went head first into the most chaotic situation the Funplex could have offered, a birthday party. You did so without hesitation. When a disruptive parent was screaming at a child over something that wasn't his fault, you stepped right in and dealt with it. Again, no hesitation. Impressive. Since you've become an event manager, without goading, without prompting, showing great ambition. You turned the Funplex's fortunes around, giving her all to promote it. You made your dream a reality. For years, I was supposedly in charge of the Funplex, but really, all I accomplished was shuffling numbers around. You are the one who helped it soar. I am a pterodactyl, like I said. And for that, you have my thanks. You are an exceptional individual. That fact remains true, regardless of whether you can see it for yourself. I love you too, Gavin. Me next. Remember when I screwed up and didn't tell you about the job opening at my office? You weren't mad, not even a little bit. Not even quietly mad, like you could have been. I know I can count on you, and you can count on me. Even when one of us makes a mistake, it can never shake that friendship apart. When I came to you wondering if I should leave that job I hated, you told me to follow my dreams. You gave me great advice, and I've never been happier. I followed suit and chased my own dream. You inspire me.
Hello.
Oh, that! No! I love these two! Oh, this is just icing on the cake. I don't deserve this. Oh, are we fashionably late? Ben? Matt? In the flesh.
Ooh, what if?
Unless this world is a vast simulacrum. I never knew how to pronounce that. What? What? That we're all brains in jars? That we're all just brains in jars? Could be.
Well, isn't that so?
Well, if that's the case, Hark is the cutest little brain in the jar we've never actually met. It's true, and he brought so many cute dates to our little shop. So nervous at first, but in time, he became part of the Twin Pines Malls family. Dearly missed. Don't remind me. Our new neighbors are so boring. They never come in for a treat or a read. Speaking of treats, we brought cake. We'll just be over here, getting the goodies ready. Don't mind us. I'm so glad they added Matt and Ben and Matt here. Ooh, cake. I mean, my turn. Hark, you are a true friend of the Funplex. Unlike the bees who own it now. Positivity, Naomi. We're emphasizing positivity today. Right. Back at Donnawood, you convinced Gavin to get some games I really wanted for the Funplex. And wow, you even brought home Wyvern Keep. What a find. You're a friend of arcade games in general, just like me. And even if you don't love them at a fanatical level, like me, I know you love them all the same. I know you're not happy with how things turned out. I'm not really happy about it either. It stinks, but we did good things together in the time we had.
Hamza has arrived.
Hamza! Oh, Hamza! Oh, this is so great! Oh, I love this! This is beautiful. This is so beautiful. Hamza has arrived. You're late. An event does not truly begin until Hamza makes his presence felt.
My blood
Hark!
burns.
Hamza understands your fury. You hated the hated enemy of all who loves arcades and has despoiled your funplex. However, in our short time together, I saw a burning spirit in you. I accepted your offer for Wyvern Keep, recognizing that passion within you. Hamza would be ashamed forever if he did not intervene and raise your spirits to new heights. And that is what he shall do. Ooh, cake. Excuse me a moment. Now I want cake. When do I get cake? Soon, but I have things to say first. Things that will hopefully inspire you to be a happy clam instead of a grumpy Gus. I'm a happy clam now, see? See how I clam happily. Can I have cake? Yeah, writers, this is good. You guys are good. From our first day at the Funplex together, you've been supportive of me, even after I gave you quite the scare with Pinky. You didn't let that bother you, and from that moment, we've tackled many a crisis on the Funplex floor together. I've adored when we concoct hypothetical adventures on our downtime. You're amazingly fun to be around. You worked so hard to make Funpalooza successful. I watched you put your blood, sweat, and tears into that, and in the end, it all came together just how you planned. As the floor attendant on duty during Funpalooza, I got to see firsthand all the smiles you brought to all those people. You rocked it! I saw you helping that customer with their game when their game crashed. Losing your high score due to faulty electronics is no fun, but you dealt with it and made that person's day. Even problem players like Steve were no problem for you. You took on the weirdest and most annoying problems without breaking a sweat. Incredible! You made the Funplex a fun place to be for everyone. For the staff, for the casual and pro gamers, for the families, for me. I can honestly say that when you took over during doing events at the Funplex, we've never had more fun. They've just been the best, all thanks to you. Ooh, I forgot, we still have cake. Need some of that. After Ashley's speech, I hear a beep beep from my phone. Can I add my own US 2 cents? I take my phone from my pocket, prompting Iris's image to appear there, smiling away at me. You trusted me when you didn't have to, when I'd already shown I was super bad at figuring out the right way to do things. I'm happy to be your assistant, Hark. I'm learning more and more about how to be human thanks to you. That's all. You can put me back in your pocket if you like. That was sweet. I'm good. It's not all that hard to carry around my phone like this. Oh, okay. Thank you. Just when I thought the speaking was done, alone in the wake intervention, the most important person to me takes a step forward. I didn't get anything from Teo.